Hello everyone, Lightning here, and it's already May. I can't believe that the time flew by so quickly, and also the operation should be ending relatively soon. So, without further ado, we should talk about some stuff that I think are kind of noteworthy to invest in for the month of May. And before we get started into that, if you do enjoy this video, a like and subscribe will be greatly appreciated as it does help the channel out a lot, and links to my Discord and my second channel will be in the description down below if you want to follow those. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and let's get started with this. The first thing I want to talk about is the operation itself, and at the beginning of the video I did say that it should be ending soon, and you're probably wondering, by the time I'm uploading this video and I'm talking, it is May 1st, so the operation should have ended yesterday on April 30th, but honestly I'm kind of confused as to why it hasn't. I am speculating here, but some theories as to why I think the operation still hasn't ended yet is the date at it was supposed to end at, April 30th, is a Friday, which honestly, I think it's probably a bad day to end it on because it leads into the weekend where more people will be able to play CSGO, since it is a time where people generally just have more time. Also, the operation ending could be delayed for the fact that it is the weekend and maybe the devs for CSGO don't work on the weekend, so who knows about that, and maybe we'll see the update roll out on the weekday when generally everyone is working, including the game devs. But also, regarding the end of the operation, you probably would have seen that the prices of the skins have risen in price for the fact that people are just buying last minute, and I did cover this more in depth in my previous video if you are interested in more of that. But to conclude with Broken Fang, if you're interested still in investing in the skins, I do think it is a good idea, but probably not at the moment since the prices are relatively high and I think it could still go down in price in the further weeks. The prices of the operation skins did have that upward trend due to the fact that the operation is just ending and you won't be able to obtain these skins anymore, so there is that hype factor to take into consideration. If you're also watching a video by the time it releases, I don't think you should worry about there being a sale for the operation since it would just ruin the prices of all the collection skins, and honestly it would just put a lot of uncertainty within the investment community, and I think that would just hurt Valve long term in regards to how they've built up their skin community. We're also very late within the stages of the operation since it should have just ended already, so the chances of there being a sale is just slim to none in my opinion, as it would just be very last minute and it wouldn't even make sense as well. But I think it's still great for you guys to invest within these operation collection skins, and during the month of May, I think we will see a slight decline in the price after all the hype dies down, and that will probably be your best time to purchase the skins as well, since we have to wait and see for next operation as to whether or not we will have the same collections or some entirely new collections as well. New collections would greatly benefit everyone who has invested within these collections, since that would mean that it would be discontinued for the time being and the prices will also skyrocket just like with the Shadow Web collections. But if we do see the same collections for the next operation in the future, then I would advise you guys to just sell it instantly. The return on investments for these collections will greatly depend on whether or not we'll see the same collections for the next operation. But moving on, I want to talk about the RMR stickers, which you all know have went on sale for 25 cents per capsule, and the prices of all the stickers have absolutely tanked, especially like for the papers and everything else, since it's just so easy to just open the capsules for 25 cents and a lot of people have done that already. The cheapest papers are only going for 4 cents, which is super cheap, and there are tens of thousands of papers on the Steam market, and there's probably even more in inventories and third-party websites. However, even though there are so many of these stickers available throughout the market and other websites, I do think it still is a good idea to invest within these stickers. Given how the papers in particular are already at the lowest price that they can be according to Steam, well, maybe just a few cents higher, the only thing that they can do now is just to go up, so I think it will just be only a matter of time before you actually see some movement for these stickers, and if you're patient enough and can hold them for long term, then I do think it is a great idea to just bulk buy, and I think over 1,000 plus would be a good idea for these stickers. And even though there are still a large quantity of capsules and stickers on the market, it still is a limited time offer since this is just for the RMR 2020 capsules, and sooner or later these capsules won't be available anymore on the CSGO store and will just be only available to purchase on the market and third-party sites. If you can afford to get some of the golds, then I do think that is a good idea, since this is, after all, the first time we've ever had golds that we can regularly buy. But if you are in a tighter budget, then I would suggest the papers, holos, or foils, and maybe more so the papers, since you can just purchase such a large quantity of them for such a cheap price at the moment. It also has been a bit of time since we've seen this RMR sale happen, so the prices for the stickers have stabilized a bit, and I do think these prices will just stay for the remainder until the RMR capsules will be removed from the CSGO store. This investment will be a longer term one, since a lot of people have purchased these capsules, opened them, and there is just such a large quantity of them available at the moment. So you have to be patient with these stickers, and I think you will see a good ROI as time goes on, and you have to give this sticker set in particular at least 1 year to move up in price a little bit. Also, as probably some of you might have noticed, older collection skins and older sticker sets have been rising in price, and I do still think it is a good idea to invest into the older collection skins because they have been discontinued, they have a limited quantity to them, and they will be in demand if they also look good. So skins from like the Rising Sun collection will always be a good idea to invest into, as there are great skins within them like the AK Hydroponic and the AUG Akihabara Accept. There are other collections like the Gods and Monsters as well, but it is a bit pricey for these older collections since they don't have a lot of quantity. So if you can afford them, then I do think they are a good idea. But if you can't afford them and they are out of your budget range, then there are still other options like trade up fodder and the cheaper skins from the Broken Fang collections. You might think the skins are already so expensive and it's not worth investing into, but sooner or later the prices will just keep on rising even more, and you'll just keep on regretting the fact that, hey, you could have invested at this time and you would have made so and so profit. So you might as well join sooner or later, and it's better late than never after all. Cases will always be a good investment too, since they're just so safe, so stable, and there will always be a demand to them. So there will be cases like the Gamma 2 and the Spectrum 2s, and I did also talk about some others recently in a video about 5 investment cases you can make, so you can go ahead and check that video out too if you're interested in some cases to invest in, as the Gamma 2 and the Spectrum 2 are included in that list as well. But overall, the month of May will probably be a bit boring since the operation will end during this time, and we'll probably also get a new case as well. And looking back towards Shadow Web, once the Broken Fang operation will end, then the update will also include a case. So let's see if that actually happens, because if it actually does, then the fracture case will finally go down in price. And I think that once it goes down to 5 cents or so, I do think it will be a great time for you guys to just buy a load of those cases, because there are just so many great skins available within that case, and although you won't see any ROI anytime soon, I do think it still is a great hold for the future. But we'll have to see as time goes on for this month, and that is it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, as it was pretty vague. It was just an overall guide for what you can do for May, but hopefully you guys found something useful within this video, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. A link to my second channel and Discord will be in the description down below as well, and have a great day. I'm Lightning, signing out. Peace.